Okay, so I started with chiropractic because my husband and I were in a motorcycle accident, and I was unable to walk without a distinct limp. This happened a week after our return from our honeymoon. So when with the course of all physical therapy and all medical doctors and still had a distinct limp, their response was, you're just going to have to learn to live with it. And thankfully somebody just asked me, why don't you go to a chiropractor? And it never occurred to me because I figured chiropractors were for your back. Don't know why I didn't make the connection, but I'm glad I was told to go see a chiropractor. So once I got under care, other issues started to find themselves coming to the surface. The limp went away, but I also found that my lifelong battle with sinus problems. I had had sinus surgery. I would take over-the-counter medication daily for months and months on end. And finally, I started to notice that I wasn't taking the medication. And then when hay fever came along, I was not affected by it. So when I asked the chiropractor about that, he said, oh yeah, chiropractic takes care of all sorts of things. When you are out of alignment and you are put back in alignment, the body can heal itself. So that was the win for me. Fast forward a couple years later when I was pregnant with my daughter, and she came a month early, but she was completely healthy, and my labor was very fast. I was 32 years old having my first child, and I had a very short labor. The nurses were even very surprised. And that was all due to chiropractic. My body was in alignment, my hips were in alignment, everything went very well, and the baby was very healthy. So that was good. And then I continued on with chiropractic because every time I would get sick or feel an illness coming on, a lot of times people want to call and say, oh, I can't come because I'm sick. But that's exactly why I would come. When I would feel an illness coming on, I would go to the chiropractor, I would get adjusted, and like by the next morning, it would go away. So that was the big tell that I would transition from going to medical doctors for illnesses to going to my chiropractor. And what I really, really like about Dr. Sooley is he didn't just graduate from chiropractic school and that's the end of his education. He is constantly staying up to date with the latest way to give the best health, and he is an overall health provider. In fact, when I fill out any of my paperwork, I always say that Dr. Sooley is my primary doctor, my primary physician, because he is. He is educated in nutrition, he's educated in supplements, and he's really good about encouraging us. I say us, my family goes. So he encourages us to eat well, to exercise. He is able to recommend different supplements and nutrients, as well as doing really good chiropractic care. The new AO system, that's the Atlas Orthogonal, and that has really improved my overall health. It used to be I would come maybe about every 10 days because I actually started out a very unhealthy baby, but and my immune system is very weak. But through Dr. Sooley's chiropractic care, my immune system has built up over the years. I don't get sick very often, and with the AO treatments, my adjustments hold longer. And so at 51 years old, I am actually more healthy than a lot of my friends. My husband and I actually had another motorcycle accident just 6 months ago, and And this one, I rebounded much faster than the first one from 20-something years ago. But I know friends of mine who have been in automobile accidents, and the medical course of treatment is typically physical therapy, drugs, then shots, and then surgery. And that just doesn't seem logical to me, because wouldn't you rather go the most non-invasive course of treatment? Wouldn't you rather do what's natural to your body? So if I can be healed without injections, if I can be healed without medication, if I can be healed without surgery, then that's the route I want to go. I want the most natural route possible, and that's exactly what I get with chiropractic care. And what I really also like about Dr. Sooley is I like his staff. They are so accommodating. Whenever I'm running late or I can't come, they're good to work with me, and I try not to be late because that's not a good quality in a patient. But I don't have to wait long in the waiting room. Again, with the motorcycle accident, I did have to go to medical doctors because I broke my leg, but their waiting time, 45 minutes to an hour is nothing for them. That's almost typical. That's not the case at Dr. Sooley's office, but very good staff, very caring, definitely overall quality care, and I recommend them to everybody I know. I think the hardest thing is for people to get past thinking that it is just a neck and back doctor. Chiropractic is health. It is health care. Our bodies are organic, and I don't want to put anything synthetic in, and that's what pharmaceutical things are. Those are synthetic. So I try to recommend Dr. Sooley, and I hope that this has been helpful to someone out there.